Greetings, fans of Mondial de la Bière Virtuelle. Tony Ford here, coming to you from the United States. And today I am featuring a pioneering beer, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. I was living in Northern California in the early 1980s, when this beer started to appear. The brewery was 2 hours east of where I was living on the coast, inland in Chico, Northern California. And it's really the classic American Pale Ale featuring Cascade hops, and it became an instant favorite. But I'd like to talk about another pioneer today, Charlie Papazian. You may have heard of him. He's the recently retired president of the Brewers Association, which covers craft brewers in Canada and the U.S. And he pioneered by starting the American Homebrewers Association in the 1970s. He then moved on he opened the Great American Beer Festival. He established an institute for commercial professional brewers, craft brewers, called the Institute of Brewing Studies, which became the Association of Brewers, which then merged with another small brewers association and became the Brewers Association that we know today, the watershed for North American craft brewers. Well, Charlie retired early last year, on his 70th birthday, and one other thing he did there was to establish an archive of pioneers of craft brewing, and basically it covered 150 pioneers who were invited to Boulder, Colorado, and were videotaped. And I'm happy to say that I was one of the 150, so I can say that I am a pioneer of craft brewing. Anyway, I did compose a poem which I was able to read at Charlie's retirement party, and here it is. Wet the whistle first. Happy trails, Charlie P. Charlie P., a teacher born to brew. Was it a vision, a seed, something special that he knew? He pursued his passion, he blazed the trail, turning corners, never afraid to fail. He pushed ahead, he followed his bliss, garnering fans who became hip to this. The joy of home brew, the impassioned apostle, the intense belief, the perpetual hustle. The lack of beer choice created a void. Only bland suds? People were annoyed. A movement got started. It soon became clear Charlie wasn't alone in liking good beer. Like a sculptor or potter, he shaped this thing, building, honing, till it began to sing. A harmonic convergence, stronger and stronger, it took on a life of its own, longer and longer. The lake of craft beer, built by those who came first, building up pressure until the dam burst. The floodgates were open, craft coursed o'er the land, with Charlie borne forth by his merry band. With artists and chances and people of vision, striking out on their own through bold decision. Structure came later, there were bumps in the road. Rules were adopted, they established a code. The roots were now deep, a foundation to keep, but with money to be made and profits to reap, the waters turned murky, the beers went quirky. Some breweries just quit, went cold turkey. Now it's up to others to carry the load, to uphold Charlie's legacy, keep craft on the road. In quality rooted, independence saluted, brewers brewing to what they're best suited. We wish Charlie the best as he signs off from the show. Where he'll wander to next, who can know? Doubtless still spreading the word, beer in hand, with a cheers, global friend, whatever the land. Showman, shaman, 40 years of fun. There'll be many more accolades before he's done. If we ask, was he really one of the chosen few? He'll just tell you to relax. Don't worry. Have a homebrew. There's a link to this poem to my website in my bio right here, and also a link to an article, an interview I conducted with Charlie before he retired. Well, cheers. October can't be here soon enough. Sante.